Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Curtain. I'm your host, Lauren Shippey, and today we're talking about another encouraging word. This one is called steady yourself. Steady yourself so you can keep your pace. So think about like when you're running a race, if you're any kind of runner, if you don't keep a steady pace, you'll burn out. And burnout is like a very real talked about thing now. And I think that it's only increased since the pace of our world has increased due in large part to technology. And, at times it's like we can't put our phones down for even an hour and step away from them. And so our brains are constantly operating at this level and this speed that is unsustainable. And I think that's why we're seeing so much burnout because there's so much information coming in every single day. And there are systems now that are even thinking for us a lot of times. And so, I think that it's a it's a big deal. Probably like one of the biggest things that we can do right now is to steady ourselves so that we can keep our pace. Take some time to balance your weight. So just picture yourself like as if you're standing clearly on 2 feet so that you can balance yourself. You're not leaning too far to the left or the right so that you can move with intention going forward. Intention was my word of the week last week. I don't do it every week, but some weeks I just like I have a space in my planner that says like, what's the word or the focus this week? And it was intention. And it was a great reminder to prepare for things with intention, to show up in the moments with intention. And I think in a lot of things, we can just lack that because we're so tired or we're moving so fast, especially this time of year. Do not, this line is probably the most important of this word. Do not revert back to old patterns. What are the old patterns that you can default back to out of comfort or out of fear or out of trying to get security, but it's like a false security, not a real security? Don't do it. Don't revert back to old patterns. Be clear with yourself on who you are and where you're headed. So we've been talking this week about your direction and noticing things that are around you, noticing opportunities that are coming your way, laying them all out in front of you and saying, what do I need to lean into right now? We talked about the hamster wheel in a good way, the one that creates a flywheel due to diligence and steadiness and showing up consistently. So we talked about that. We talked about being rooted and anchored in your true identity, who you really are, like your real self, not your false self. So this moment matters. Steady yourself. So as you prepare to enter into a new year, what does it look like for you? Even just today, forget the new year, forget thinking about trying to plan a whole year. Think about today. What does it look like to steady yourself, to balance yourself, and to look forward in where you're going? And that can look like in your work, in your business, right? In your family. This applies to all aspects of your life. So if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to send it to a friend. These are just quick episodes that we're sharing toward the end of the year with words that were given to me over a year ago, but I just felt like they were super relevant for right now. So thanks so much for listening in, and we'll talk to you soon.